What's up, guys? We're gonna do a little stand-up today. Here with my associate, Mr. Talley. He's going to be filling in for Michael today. So we're just gonna go over some different stand-up options and talk to you about a throw in Judo that they call Soto. All right. Now, there's a lot of variations of how to do that. I'm just gonna highlight some different variations, some different names, and some different ways to finish, and some different setups, different situations in which you could get in this Soto, okay? Also, we'll look at a couple of different options that are not necessarily in Judo, but what I love about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Jiu-Jitsu in general is it's very mixed. You know, take what works from any grappling art that you can find, and bam. A lot of the highest level practitioners like Kicks and Gracie's got a background in Judo and Aikido as well. So I'm gonna show a couple of those you'll find in Aikido. So the basic idea here is we'll start like this. I like to do a no grip Soto. We've done some different videos on this, okay? So basically I could just step in and throw. I'm just scissoring. I'm pushing his elbow in, pushing his head this way. I step and I throw. So you see a lot of times people in the gym, they'll be drilling, he's got a foot forward, and you're just here. Like we call those uchikomi in Judo, just loads, doing loads of throws. So if you like Soto, do this throw over and over. A lot of people are going to say do it 10,000 times if it's your throw. So Soto Gari is where you reap the leg like this, okay? Now, I'm not going to take him down with this, but be light on your leg. So when I reap like that, you add your off-balancing, timing, setup, they go down. So that's the reaping action. Gari means reap is one interpretation for your Judo terms, right? So the next thing is, what about using what they call in Judo is a hook? All right, so we'll face this way, put this foot forward just to present. There we go. So a lot of times you'll get people, they'll come in and they'll reach with this Soto, right? Now, if I'm going to finish with the Soto Gake, right, I'm going to hook in like this, like raising up, okay? So the Gari is here, the Gake is hooking there. Now the finish that we show all of our white belts is actually not even using the leg at all. It's called Otoshi. Or if you want to be an elitist, you drop the I at the end on all your Japanese, okay? Just like turning your R's to H's in Portuguese. So, Soto Otoshi. That's just going to be what we call a drop throw, right? So I got my big toe on the ground here. If I straighten my leg, he's going to go down, okay? So all I'm doing here is posting and driving down, okay? So Gake is lifting up, Gari is sickling back, Otoshi is dropping down. A couple of variations of this, like John Donaher put, somebody filmed him teaching this in a class recently, but the Soto Otoshi, you could drop to either knee, both knees. I've got some old school books on Judo where they call the throws tricks. They don't even have names. And you see this where you drop to the outside, here, extending or extending. Okay, again, this would just be called Soto Otoshi. So here, whether I get both his legs and he falls over, or whether I get one of his legs and he falls over. Here, my outside leg drops, here. So that's Soto Otoshi. Now, in Judo I have another classification, Garuma. Garuma means both legs. It means wheel, right? But it tells me to do both legs. This happens incidentally when I teach people this Soto Otoshi. They'll come in here and they'll get both legs. Steps out of one, you can go to the other. Okay, so, but Soto Garuma would be the action of catching both of his legs from the rear with any version. The Gari, the Otoshi, the Gaki. Again, it just means wheel. You're catching both of his legs instead of one. They're going to call that Soto Garuma. Okay, now, counter. He steps into doing Soto on me. I was holding him. Okay? That was a gari. But in judo, they're going to call what I did Soto Geishu. Counter. Geishu means counter. A reversal. He steps into Soto. You go first. So just know that's always it. That's one of the first things I learned in judo. It's like when we were going over Soto, first few lessons, it's like, hey, here's a version of that. Right? Now, let's talk about some different situations that you could use in Soto. Right? If he has me here, I'm going to show on him where I go around his neck. Okay? But one thing you can do to make it exponentially more difficult for people to raise you is hooking their foot here. Right? Now, I could turn out here and Soto you. Okay? And that also works well from this grip. So he defends the choke, hooks the foot from the outside, and as I pull, he's just going to step and turn out and just do your desired finish. Nice. Good. Very good. Okay, so that's a cool variation, cool entry. It's a little unorthodox. Drill this, but don't just like, the world does not revolve around this. Okay? You've got also a lot of great grip variation entries you could use to set up. So be working that. Here is an Aikido variation called Tenchinagi, right? I like this if he's grabbing my sleeves for just like my judo stuff. Here. Step across. He has double sleeve grip because he might go to Surikomi Goshi or something like this on here. We recently did a video. There's an Soto entry on that. Okay? Now, if he has my hands, my wrists, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up, come in here. Almost like a collar tie, right? And one another hand to the ground. And Aikido is called Tenchinagi. Okay? This is one newer to my study. But I've seen it like the whole time I've been training. I just never received instruction on it like intensely until recently. Okay? So here, you come up, you can strike, but you're grabbing, coming in. It's the same throw as Soto and Judo, they just call it Tenchinagi. Okay? Another one, just somewhat recently, we did this. Okay, we did a whole voiceover and a big series on this. Okay, so let's say he's grabbing at my collar there. Right? So if you get to the outside, another version of Soto we could use, and we didn't put out anything on this, is I go here and I can step in and lead him around. What I'm doing is essentially using my body as like a fulcrum to make him do that. Okay, so he feels the pressure on his elbow. It's almost like when we use that overhook, whizzing motion, makes people step. Okay, so here, when I make him step and he's going this way, I'm going to turn and go this way. Just like that. Okay? In Aikido, that's called Irimi Nagi. The study I've done with that is mostly with weapons, right? Like somebody swinging a ball bat or a club or a stick or something at you, right? You gotta step back, and when they come on the recoil, you enter in, okay? But if you get to the outside here, there it is. Turning into that Soto. All right? Last comment. Use those Sotos in combinations with other throws. Maybe make yourself an Soto sandwich where the Soto's in the middle, right? And have a follow-up if it doesn't work. So use them as 2-count combos, or the ultimate goal is to have a 3-count combo that starts or ends with Soto or has Soto in the middle. So if you're making your drill charts and stuff, think about doing that. This is one we taught in class somewhat recently. Like if I rock and I sweep him, right? If for any reason that doesn't work, or if we're just drilling, let's say I do get his feet to kind of go together like this. Follow through, very natural to hit that Soto on the other side. This is called Harai foot sweep. Harai Surikomi to Soto. It's a very basic idea, very economical. You miss, you follow through, you hit that Soto. Two, also what we call in Judo, Ashiwaza, 2 foot techniques, okay? So that's some thoughts on Soto. Study it, learn as much as you can about it. If it's a throw that you land when you're out training, rolling, randori, grappling, whatever, cultivate it. Learn the variations and set up a strategy to where when your Soto doesn't work, you have your favorite follow-up, right? Prioritize it and rank it in your takedown game. All right, thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. Subscribe to our channel, ring the bell, share this on any form of social media you can, and let us know what you think in the comments.